we have the aisle of black. So this stuff is cured really well. In fact, I mean, it's fully polished. It looks really good. You know, there's certain areas like here that's a little drier, and then here it's a little bit more, like here it's like totally gloss, and then it's a little bit less. Not too worried about it. All this stuff's getting covered. You know, the conditions that I'm shooting in are absurd, but I'm making it happen. And again, parts that are being covered up around the engine, underneath the vehicle, but it's going good. I was gonna let this stuff bake out here for a week, but honestly, I don't think I need to. It just really seems solid. I'm not smelling tons of fumes while I'm out here outgassing, and it's really inhibiting my garage service. I almost popped open the garage this morning. Luckily, I put the locks on, so I didn't push the button, but I was like, hey, I'm gonna open. Oh yeah, no, I can't. But what I'm doing this morning is going to be managing all this, managing all this, managing all that, managing all that. I was having dreams last night and this morning of like going outside and finish spraying the bottoms and getting the rail all done, and you know those are going to be painted orange, and get that all finished this morning, and then it will bake all week, and then everything will be great. And it's like, or I could just take a step back and clean things up and give my body a rest. Like I could barely move my shoulders right now. My arms are just holding this camera up right now is like difficult. That's how exhausted I am. In fact, I even have like skin ripped off from the back end of one of these guns. Something was like stabbing me every time I was hitting the trigger. So we're gonna have to investigate that, see what that's about. But yeah, so we're gonna go through all this. The other thing is I don't really like leaving these products out in the garage because it gets up to like 100, 104 max. And so I bought these 3-gallon Ziplocs that I could at least mitigate a little bit the outgassing of this stuff, seal them up, bring them into a more temperature controlled area. And so now that we got some of the major spraying done, I'm going to seal some of this stuff up and bring it in just so it's not out here. I want it to last as long as possible. I have some lizard skin that has been in a controlled temperature environment, open container. I don't know, I think it's been 3 years. It's fine. Ready to go. So if you do your storage right. So it'd be really nice to, in a future house, have a temperature controlled area for all this stuff that's not actually associated with the house, so you're not getting those gases in the house itself. That would be nice. Kind of a separate area, but in any case, we're gonna hop to it here. And voila, we have everything over here. Beautiful. Vehicle in the garage. I think it's been 2 months maybe. So, yep, got everything kind of dialed in for a while. Next big task, probably gonna work on the bench seat, get the rails done, get the arm done. I should probably do the grill, at least get it up to primer. And I don't think I want to spray that until I actually spray the van, and that's actually true with the gauge cluster. I don't want to spray it now and then later change something and spray it some other color. or it doesn't match the batch that I bought a year ago or whatever. So then we're looking at doing these frames. That's going to be the next big thing. And we could do these in black. This is going to be orange. So I think we're going to get a bunch of stuff repaired, get some of the orange done on some of the internal stuff, and then try to get the black going with the teardrops and the frames and anything else. I know I found a part the other day that needs to be redone. It's all rusted, you know, and this is what all the bolts look like. They're all just rusted and gone. Not that they're not reusable, but just need to be processed. So we just got to figure out exactly how to do all that. But yeah, I still need to strip the underneath of this. I got one pass on there. It didn't do so hot because I couldn't seal it. So maybe get more strip disc in there, see if we could do some more stuff. Yeah, so it's processed. And then I need to process these chair frames too, get that all done. I think I might just do those in black, just be a lot easier. I'll probably chop some of this stuff off, or at least fill it or do something. But there's definitely things, you know, and you know, now that I think about it, I need to do the frames, get those all blasted. I was talking to my upholstery guy about, you know, buying just new seats, which, you know, start at about $500 and go up. And he's like, oh, I could build whatever you want. You know, it's not that they'll be reclining or anything, but I'm not really concerned about that. You got a whole flatbed in the back of the van you could use to spread out if you want to. But you know, he could build and carve, and he could extend the seat even further, you know, or do whatever you want. So I'm like, all right, that's money saved. So I'll take these apart, get them down to the frame, and start doing what we did over here. So yeah, things are kind of revealing themselves as I kind of process through these things. I still need to get the special tool to remove these things off the triangle frames. And I found what it looks like. I don't know what it's called, but we'll figure that out. I'm sure Bob has one. If Bob doesn't have one, I'll have to get one. And yep, I'm just going to keep processing. Keep processing. The one thing I'll say is, due to the humidity, I mean, while I'm talking here, I'm like sweating to death. It's like 86 degrees and it's just coming down, and I'm not even doing anything. I'm just standing here. But, you know, doing a lot of this processing on this thing while it's that humid out and we're in the rainy storms and stuff like that. I don't know. I think processing all this stuff and maybe having a spot so I could just pull the van in and out when I want to, keep it out of the rain, is going to be probably its best bet. And probably the next thing to deal with is replacing the door pins, getting the doors aligned. Once I get the doors lined and I know where that is, lock that all in place, pull all the doors, and maybe process all those first. Get those finalized and then start working on the carcass. I don't know. We'll have to see. But in any case, have a great day.